to the Maryland Musketeers. My name is Kiersten, and you better be ready, because this is the haul that you have been waiting for, that I have been hinting at the entire time that we were away. So we are going to kind of go in day order of what we purchased when and where, and then we'll end with a couple of things that we purchased kind of along the way that doesn't really have a when and where type situation. So let's start with arrival day. Arrival day, we had the Polynesian, and when you check into the Polynesian, or anytime you go to the Polynesian, they give you a lei. That is a very positive symbol in Hawaii of welcome. So we were both given a lei, and then we checked into our room where I was going to grab my magic band, only to find out that my magic band had stopped working for some reason, and I wasn't really sure why. So when I went to the gift shop, I told them everything that was going on, and they were kind enough to allow me to pick out another magic band. So I picked out this one. It is a princess magic band. Has 4 different princesses on it. Ariel, Princess Tiana, Princess Belle, and Mulan. So that was the one that I was wearing all week. Along with, we picked up our resort mugs. If you are staying at a resort and you don't pick one of these up, you are missing out, because I cannot tell you how many times we refilled these. Powerade, water, soda, whatever we were looking for that day. We picked these up. Green for Andrew because that's his favorite color, and I picked teal or this blue color because that was me. So, and then Andrew right off the bat was like, I need a baseball hat. I don't have one, just in case sun, rain, anything like that. So he picked up this one in our quick run into Magic Kingdom, which I actually absolutely love this hat because it has all 4 of the park icons on it. So there's that. I asked him if he was going to wear this anywhere else. He goes, no, it's for my Disney. It's for my Disney trip, so it's my Disney hat. So this now will be his Disney hat. So we have that. And then our next day, or our first park day, was in Animal Kingdom. So we did the Wild Africa Trek, and we kind of walked around the park and did some rides. During the Wild Africa Trek, they actually give you a name tag that you wear while you're there, so that way they know what your name is. And it actually does say Wild Africa Trek on it on the bottom. So we have those to commemorate, along with we each got one of these water bottles that says the Wild Africa Trek on it. So now we have 2 of those. They do let you keep the little carabiners that the water bottle is attached to, so that makes it really nice. They keep the water nice and cold while you're there as well. So 2 of those. While you're on the Wild Africa Trek, they do take a lot of pictures. So I found this frame while we were walking through, and we're going to put one of the Wild Africa Trek pictures in this picture frame, because it does say Animal Kingdom down here at the bottom. And I absolutely loved that it had a lot of the animals around. So that was really cool. And then we couldn't find a specific pin that said Wild Africa Trek, but we both agreed that this was the pin that represented it the most. So it says Experience the Savannah. So that's going to represent our Wild Africa Trek excursion while we were there. They also give you a PhotoPass card. So if you already have Memory Maker, your pictures are included, and they give you a little download key code that you just linked to your My Disney Experience app, and it's pictures of animals, it's pictures of you doing the trek, it's pictures, like, we got pictures of us with the crocodiles in the background. It's really cool. So, they give you one of these. I just kept it in case they didn't link up or something. And then the last thing, which I could not pass this up. I'm not a big button-down person, but I like wearing a button-down open with like a tank top underneath. I have fallen in love with this button-up, you guys. It's a little easier to see all the animals on the back with it saying Animal Kingdom. And I bought a size small. Normally I'm a medium if I'm going to close that, if I'm going to wear like a t-shirt or anything. But because I was going to wear it open, I figured I could go with a small because I wouldn't need it to close over top of anything. So that is that. We were able to find these pass holder magnets with Timon and Pumbaa on them. So that was really cool as well. They were able to give us one for each of us because we are both annual pass holders. Next thing that we did at the end of the day was actually we did Tiffin's and we did Nomad Lounge. But then since we were staying at the Polynesian, I really wanted to take Andrew to Trader Sam's to be able to see the atmosphere. And I got this little guy. He gets the, if you know the joke, it's the 2 shots of rum joke while you're there. And so this is the little cup that it comes in. And it says Trader Sam's on the back of it. He is pretty hefty, so just so you guys know. He was one of the heaviest things that we brought home. And then we found this, I showed it in one of the vlogs. I can't remember which vlog it was, but we found this in our room from Mickey and Minnie. It just says congratulations, because it was our honeymoon and we got married and the whole 9 yards. So it came in this little cute packaging. We're going to get it framed because I think it's so cute. Our next day was at Hollywood Studios. Now, granted, we only bought one thing Hollywood Studio-esque, and it's actually a shirt you've seen me wear before because it's my absolute favorite. It's the Fantasmic shirt, and Andrew got a shirt so that way we can match. Not really, but he loved it just as much as I did. And then the other thing we did is that we have been eyeing these t-shirts. Again, we are not matchy people, ladies and gentlemen, but we bought a lot of different things that we actually do match now, which I think is hilarious. We bought one shirt of this for me and one shirt for him. It's all of the rides and everything, and on the back of it, it has what it is and the year that the date that it opened. So I got one for me, and we got one for him because we really couldn't pass it up. And then as we were looking at the t-shirts, Andrew could not pass this shirt up, guys. He loves the Goofy movie, and he absolutely loved the shirt. It's so cute and amazing, and he's gonna love it. The other shirt that I could not pass up while we were there had all of these park icons on it. Not icons, but rides on it. And a lot of them mean a lot to us, or to me in general. So I picked that one up as well. So, okay. So after Hollywood Studios, we did a rest day. So we went to the pool. We went to Ohana, which you've seen this little card before. When you go to Ohana, when you go to most character dining locations, they give you a card with the signatures on the back. Now, normally that does not mean that you can't bring your own autograph books and get them signed as well. But I think this is a really cool souvenir. So I have one of those. And then excuse me, after the pool, we got dressed and we got situated and we went over to Disney Springs. And we went to World of Disney, which I purchased this pair of ears. I did find these at Animal Kingdom, but I wanted to make sure that I really wanted them before I purchased them. So I found them at World of Disney and purchased them there, which was great, because I wasn't sure if I was going to find them in other locations, which I was able to find these pretty much on and off. Hi, baby. Ah. So I was able to find these on and off throughout the parks and resorts. So the other things that I got at World of Disney, mwah. What are you doing? Daddy's over there.
Come here.
So the other things I got at Disney were a couple of my Pandora charms, which I tried to show you while we were there. I got this clasp piece. Sorry, it's going to be a little hard to see. No, I didn't get them in boxes because of I was just going to put them on. So this clasp piece here, excuse me, is exclusive to Disney. It has a Mickey and a Minnie set of ears. I also wanted to get this particular charm while I was down there. This charm here, if you can see it, is a bridal set of ears. So it has the ears along with, it also has a ring on the back of it. Might be a little hard to see, and I apologize. So I wanted to get that one. And then the last one was something to commemorate that we were down there for Halloween. So this was one that I had seen and had really wanted when it first came out. And it is a Mickey and Minnie on a pumpkin. So I got those. It's been a new thing for me to get a new charm or two while I'm down there. Just so that way I can continue to build a whole Disney bracelet. So last time was the Haunted Mansion and the Madame Leota ones. This one, the two charms were the Minnie and Mickey pumpkin and the bridal set of ears. So there's that. I also didn't know that if you own a Pandora bracelet, there is a polishing cloth for your bracelet and for the charms that you should do about once a month or so. So I've had my bracelet for a while, so I will definitely be using this soon. So I have that. We did go to the Lego store, which you saw. So we did get, they're called brick heads. So this one was Wally and Eve. And then we got this one, this set for me, which is Inside Out 2, which has joy, sadness, and anxiety. So one set for me and one set for Andrew, just because we couldn't get a bigger set to come down, to bring back with us. But they do have sometimes Disney exclusive ones that we can't find anywhere else. Basin, which you saw from January, is one of my new favorite stores to go to. And I got shower bombs. So I got Happiness, Satsuma, Lavender, and Relaxation. These are my so Happiness and Satsuma are two new ones that I'm trying. So I will have these. And then when we were at I saw this particular scent at at Disney Springs, but then I bought them when I was at the Grand. They were buy one get one. They are pumpkin spice latte ones, and they smell so good. I'm so excited. So the Grand Floridian also has a base in store as well. It's just a lot smaller than the one at Disney Springs. So I have those. Our next day was at Epcot. So you saw that we were doing 3 different things while we were there. One was the Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak. And when we went to go in with that one, it showed that you could get, it was a set of 4, or you got to pick one of 4 of these types of bowls. So this one is actually, Andrew picked this one out because this is the one he liked the most. It says step up to the plate, which is funny. And it has Mickey and stuff all over it. So we have that. Next one was Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit, which you got these, again, you get to pick one of the 4 that they have. I picked Pluto because he is candy corns, and I love candy corns, so I couldn't resist little Pluto. It's just a little sipper, and it says Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit on the bottom, or on the back, and it has the ears like Pluto, so that's really cool. And then the last one was Epcot's Food and Wine. So if you finished Emil's Fromage Montage, then you get, it was a blueberry lemon cheesecake soft serve ice cream, which is then put in this cute little plastic cup which says Emil's Fromage Montage on it with a little Emil on the top. He's so cute. You guys probably are asking, what do I do with these silly little things? I use them as decorations, and I don't really use them as anything else. The bowl I'll probably use as something else, but it's fun to collect, and then you get a little something to as you go through and keep an eye on the parks. So for the Disney gift cards this time, I think that they're a little bit better than January, but I can't remember if January's was just as good. These are plastic. They feel like a real gift card, and I can't remember if the ones in January were a little bit more like papery. So if that's the case, these are so much better than the ones in January. And Andrew and I were both able to get one, and then we just used this to pay for all the stuff during our food and wine, because it's just easier than trying to pull out a card each time. Our last stop of the night was over at the French Pavilion. I wanted to go get a glass of champagne, mostly to celebrate our honeymoon, because it was a great way to do it. When I asked the gentleman that was there, they suggested the boulangerie. And because we had gotten 2 big enough like cups, they had to open a bottle, and when you open a bottle, you actually get the cork. So I have a Dom Pérignon one from in January, and then now I have a boulangerie one from this trip. So I'm just kind of collecting them as we go. And then, as you know, in January, I went to the French Pavilion and got my fragrance scent or parfum for our wedding. And so I took Andrew back with me and asked him to help me pick out a secondary set, so that way I had 2, and B, he got to be a part of it and picked one that he liked as well. Not that he didn't like the one that I wore for our wedding. However, this one's a little bit different. So same company, same type of brand, like same thing. This one is just a little bit of a sweeter one. So this is a double vanilla scent. And because you pick this type of perfume, you actually get to choose a different type of top to put on it. So you probably can't see too well. This one is a black with gold and silver flecks in it. And then this is like a white marble. it's just so that way you can change the top and make it more, make it look nicer. So because I was telling them that I had bought one in January and I didn't know anything about the tops and they didn't tell me about it at the time, I was allowed to pick out 2 to take home with me, which was really nice. One for this particular perfume and one for my other one. So 2 for that. And then we also did the food and wine. So we have a couple of food and wine specific items. So this one is a pass holder food and wine pin that you can see here. It was honestly the only one that we absolutely loved this time around. Granted, I know that we were down there kind of late in the food and wine type season, so there was a little less to pick from. So, we just kind of picked from what they had available. They had changed where they had set up their secondary, like, shop and everything like that. Because normally you see it in Connections, in the new Connections, like, shopping location. This one was now in Communicore Hall, so that was also really cool. So I know, you know how I told you that we had bought a couple of things to match? Well, here's the next one. This is just a fun Figment button-up shirt. Again, I bought mine in a small so that way I can wear it open with a tank top underneath or a t-shirt or something like that because I thought that was really cool. And then Andrew also got one. He's been on a button-down kick instead of like a polo or anything like that. So, matching. That button down was actually one that I had seen and had really wanted but hadn't found anywhere until we were in Communicore Hall having the mac and cheese at Mactizers. So that's where we did a lot of our food and wine shopping because it was just nicer. This, if you thought that I wasn't getting any spirit jerseys, you've got to be crazy. So I did get the food and wine spirit jersey, and it does have the festival on it and the year, and it's got a cute little Figment on the bottom. How cute! I love it. Okay. So that is what we purchased in Epcot. Now we're going over to Magic Kingdom. Only for Magic Kingdom, what we did purchase was during the party. So we did get a popcorn bucket. Little bit different from our regular popcorn buckets if you have seen them before. This is just a normal bucket. However, this is their Halloween bucket. So I wanted the Halloween bucket because it had the Sanderson sisters on it. And I absolutely love Hocus Pocus. Plus, it had the Headless Horseman on it. Like, he's an icon. Like, why not? And then I had these buttons made while we were there. So you get, when you check into the hotel, they'll ask you if you're celebrating anything. Obviously, we're celebrating our honeymoon, but then you can take your buttons to the Ye Olde Christmas shop and have them, like, specifically, I don't want to say advertised or drawn on, but you make them a little bit more special to what you want them to be. And so I had them put Honeymoon on the bottom with our 2024 year on it, and it's just amazing. They're so pretty, and now I have, like, they were like $20 for both of these to be done. And now I have them, and I'm going to put them away so that way we have them for, like, decorations or whatever the situation may be. Because we also have a button from when Andrew and I went down in 2022. It says just engaged, and then we also have one for him that says first trip. So it was really cool. Okay. Not so scary Halloween party. Our bags are only half full. We didn't do a lot of trick-or-treating. We were actually trying to enjoy ourselves. So we did some eating. We did some walking around. We did a ton of photos. A ton. Because we get because my annual pass, we added the photo package. I wanted to get as many photos as possible. That is normally my number one thing. If we pay for it, we should use it. So we didn't do as much trick-or-treating, but we did hit 2 spots to bring home some candy. So we have, not that we eat a lot of candy, but so that we have that. These are the party bracelets from this year. They are hot pink. After a certain hour, you do have to go and get your bracelet. Otherwise, they will not allow you to keep staying in the park. So we have our bracelets there. This is the pin that I picked up for the party. Only it's the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular pin. Limited release for this year, 2024. So that was really cool. Andrew got a t-shirt, a pass holder t-shirt. Has the year on it and everything. So that is his. Mine is the Spirit jersey. And it says the year on it as well. So that's the front of it. And then this is, excuse me. This is the back. It does say it glows in the dark. Not sure if it does or does not. I didn't really care. I liked that it said Mickey's Not So Scary on it. And it had this year's date on it. So that was that. Okay. So that ended our park time. However, because it never stayed at the Polynesian, I wanted to grab a couple. I wanted us to have a couple of Polynesian specific things. So if you know me, that means ears, pin, Christmas ornament, lounge fly. Yeah, that's what that means. So, Polynesian specific. And, ladies and gentlemen, this is the only lounge fly that I bought while we were there. It's the only one. Was this Polynesian one. I'm very proud of myself. But it's got a little bamboo handle on it. It has a little tiki man. It doesn't say that it's the Polynesian. However, when you put it up with the ears then say Polynesian Resort on the back of it. So, if you know, you know. And the little tiki man just kind of gives it away. Okay. Pin specific for the Polynesian Resort. And then I let Andrew pick out the ornament, and this is the one that he liked the most. So much fun. Okay. End of the resort stay, or end of the parks. Now on to the cruise ship. Because cruise ship, can I tell you, we did just as much and we bought just as many things. So, first day, we were, first port on the ship was Nassau, Bahamas. We didn't do a whole lot because we had a long lunch reservation at Enchante, and that was a lot of fun. If you want to see any of that, that's going to be earlier in the vlog series. You'll see what we got, how much we enjoyed it, all of the things. But while we were in Nassau, Bahamas, I found the straw place. And I got myself a little fan. It says the Bahamas on it with pretty little flowers. And then we just got a magnet and an ornament to say that we were there. So they're both sand dollars. Seashell sand dollar for the ornament. And then a hand-painted sand dollar for our magnet. So that is that. While we were on the ship, Andrew got the Disney Cruise Line beer mug. It allows you to pay less for more beer. Simple as that. So we got that for him. And then I wanted to meet the Sanderson sisters. So that was Mickey Mouse, Clarabelle Cow, and Daisy Duck all dressed up as the Sanderson sisters. It does say Halloween on the High Seas, and then they gave you a little card. Unfortunately, it doesn't have them dressed up as it, which is kind of funny, but I'll insert a photo of Andrew and I with the Sanderson sisters, kind of like here-ish. And then, I don't know if anybody knows about this, but Diamonds International, they give out charms at certain points of your trip, and that's something that my family has been doing for a while. So I went and picked it up. It's a little pineapple, hard to probably see in the packaging, so I apologize. And Andrew stood in line with me, so he got one as well. I don't know what he's going to do with his, but we have two. And then, because it was Halloween on the High Seas, I wanted to get a pin for Halloween and the ship and everything like that. So that was really cool. I found that. And then Disney Cruise Line pin. It was in with everything in like the stationery. So that was really cool. If you know, and if you've been on a Disney cruise ship, you know, you have a pirate night. And they give you a little pirate bandana. So, we have two of them. And then, our second port was Castaway Cay. I picked up a photo frame so that way we can commemorate that. And I picked up an ornament to commemorate it as well. Oh, stuck. And it says Castaway Cay on the back. So it's really cute. I'm going to put that back in. Figure out how to put that back. Okay, so the other things that I got on Castaway Cay are, or one for me and one for Andrew. Andrew got this really beautiful teal blue button up with Mickey on it and Goofy and Donald. Yeah, it's really pretty, you guys. Like, it was hard to pass it up once we finally found it in his size. And then, I will be honest, this is the only Spirit jersey that they had of regular Spirit jersey material. And it's not even a full Spirit jersey. It's because it's got mesh. It's a mesh type of material. But it is white with the cruise line insignia. And then it has Castaway Cay on the back of it. So that's everything we picked up there. Oh, nope, I lied. While we were on Castaway Cay, we got pina colada drinks. And we got them in cute little cups. So, mine was bamboo. Andrew's was a pineapple. So that was really cool. And then, for cruise line specific merchandise, we picked up just a couple of things. One is this particular blanket. And I'm going to try and get a little closer so you can see. It has all of the current ships on it. So the Magic, the Dream, the Wonder, the Fantasy, and the Wish. It does not have the Treasure on it, so I know it's going to be out of date. But it was so soft, and when Andrew found it, I knew that it was going to have to come home with us, because I have a blanket from the 50th anniversary and a blanket from the 100th anniversary. So I knew that I was going to need a cruise line blanket, and this is the one that he found that he liked the most. There was also one that was a Joey Cho, and if you know who he is, it was a Joey Cho blanket, but it wasn't as soft as this one. So we ultimately went with this one, because this one was one that we were going to get more use out of anyway. So, and we had to pick up a specific Disney Wish ornament. So this one does have Rapunzel on it, and it does say the wish. So I thought that was really cool. I have to be really careful with this because it looks like it's got some little tiny pieces, on it. So we don't want that to get all messed up. I picked up a specific Disney Wish pin. It's got the Cinderella statue that is in the foyer when you come in near the grand staircase. I had to pick up an actual Disney Cruise Line pair of ears. I know I have the Wish inaugural ears, but I wanted to pick up ones that I could use for any cruise line. So I loved these. I know that there were ones with sequins and stuff on it, but these were calling to me. So I just love them. They're just so pretty. I love them. They're so pretty. So I actually wore these off the boat on that day. And then Andrew got, how about this? Shocker. Another button down. But this one is kind of like the blanket. It has the current ships on it. And I will be honest, it took us a while to figure out, because there's also a female version of this shirt that has a little tie at the bottom. So it took us a while to figure out that there was a female and a male version of this shirt. So when we finally figured out that there was a male version, he was so happy. So we actually got him a button-up shirt for that. And then I have a Spirit jersey. This Spirit jersey is one that is kind of like, if you've been on the other boats, you've seen it. It just has their name on it. This one is the Disney Wish with Rapunzel on the bottom. So, I don't know if you saw in our January, but Lauren and Emily both wore one very similar. It was just two different boats, and now I can match them, only just a different boat. So it's really cool. So that is everything for the boat and the Wish and everything like that. Now we're going to get into the last couple of things here, which are some of the Grand Floridian things and some of the last minute pickups that we did on our last couple of hour and a half of Magic Kingdom that we did on our last day. So I did pick up a Grand Floridian frame. This baby is heavy. But I'm hoping it's really sturdy. We were able to get pictures with the glass slipper and the Grand Floridian, and if you know what I'm talking about, they're gorgeous. But if you don't, you have to make a stop for your princess at the Grand Floridian, especially if they are a big Cinderella fan, because they have a glass slipper that she can hold and take pictures with in the whole 9 yards. And that is kind of what I want to put in here, is a picture of Andrew and I with the glass slipper, because I just think it would be so gorgeous. And then you've seen that I have the Loungefly, but now I have a set of ears, because I can officially say that I stayed at the Grand Floridian and can have a set of ears. That also means that we can get a pin and an ornament. Plot twist. No pin, because they were sold out. And I did ask, because we were in we made two different stops at the Grand Floridian shop. Not M Mercantile, which is upstairs, but the one downstairs right next to the Garden View Lounge or something like that, that's closed. Because we got the frame, and then we got this Beauty and the Beast ornament that says the Grand Floridian on it. And if you know Andrew and I, we've talked about our wedding and how it was Beauty and the Beast themed, and how Andrew proposed at the Be Our Guest restaurant, like we've talked about it. So Beauty and the Beast is for us. So we had to get that specific ornament. They had other ornaments, but this was the one that specifically called to us, that called to us. Sorry. So these are the boxes that the ornaments came in, so I knew that I was getting something that wasn't going to break or shake or anything like that. And I was able to take this on my carry-on with no issues. So the ears came in the next day, the day that we checked out. So, and then they were going to be selling out of those. But doesn't mean you shouldn't keep checking, because you should 100% keep checking. But they were sold out of the pins. So on my next trip, hopefully at Disney Springs, I can go into their pin traders and find a Grand Floridian pin, because I can officially pick that up. We did 1900 park fare for breakfast, which you guys saw. And guess what? They gave us a card as well. So the 4 people that you normally meet, and it can change, okay? You normally meet Cinderella, Tiana, Mirabelle, and Aladdin. Cinderella was not there today, so Snow White was there, and we were able to see Snow White and take pictures with her, which was amazing. So we have that card. This is one of the happily ever after frames. So it's just white. It's just for us to put a wedding photo in and that type of thing. So that's just for us. These ears, I saw them on day 1 when we walked through the parks, and I did not pick them up. And I picked them up on the last day we were there. On the day that we flew home, I picked up these ears because I could not go home without them. It is the gate to Walt Disney World on a pair of blue ears. They're so pretty. Like, you probably saw me with them on, but like, they're just so pretty. They're so sparkly. The last Spirit jersey that I have, I actually bought in a size up because they didn't have it in my size, and I looked all week long and they still didn't have it in my size. So I bought it in a large instead of a medium, so I know it's going to be extra big, but I really wanted this candy corn loungefly. Candy corn is my favorite Halloween treat. So I wanted this loungefly Spirit jersey. It's a Spirit jersey. I really wanted this Spirit jersey. And it says Walt Disney World on the back with the characters. Yes, I found it on the cruise and it said Disney Cruise Line, but I really, really wanted it. I wanted it to say Walt Disney World. So I waited till we got back from the cruise to look for it. And thankfully, I found larges. I never found anything smaller than a large, which is okay. I don't really need anything smaller than a large, I guess. Medium is my preferred size, but a small, I really wouldn't have wanted a small because I like wearing leggings with them, and a small is just too small. So, oh well. Last couple of ornaments, we picked these up. We picked this specific ornament up actually for our travel agent. So if you're watching this, hopefully you already have this in your hands. But one of her favorite characters is Minnie Mouse, and it has Steamboat Willie Minnie Mouse and Minnie Mouse of today in a Minnie Mouse bow. And it's so cute, and it just spoke to me and said, we need to bring this home for her. So Amy, if you're watching, hopefully you already have it, but otherwise, surprise, you have an ornament. And then we were in the Ye Olde Christmas shop looking for a specific Minnie Mouse ornament, and oh my gosh, guys, these are the bride and groom ornaments right now, and they are gorgeous. Like, look at that. Like, they're gorgeous. Oh. So, those are... throw Minnie across the floor. But, so, we have those to commemorate with that. And then the last set of pins. The last little set. So they have these park icon ones. I'm going to try and get out of the picture so that way you can see them. Okay. So I obviously picked one up for each park. I don't remember where we got them or where I picked them up. Honestly, if I had found them in Animal Kingdom, I probably did it in Animal Kingdom just because I didn't know if I was going to find all 4 of them in one location. So, and I apologize if they're blurry. It's not meant to be blurry. This is my new Walt Disney pin. So, love that. And then I picked up all of the bride and groom pins as of late. So these are the ones that I wasn't set on in January, but Andrew absolutely loved them when we were down, so we picked them up. So those are I think currently those are the last 2 bride and groom ones that we would need for our set or for our wedding stuff. And then this one says, "My happy place is with you." And it's Minnie and Mickey in a heart watching the fireworks. And then these last 2 pins I picked up are actually for a coworker. Her favorite princess is Cinderella. And she absolutely, like, there's an inside joke of her and I, and she will pull out her princess card and the whole 9 yards. So I found this pin. It says honorary princess. And then I picked her up a Disney Cinderella princess pin. Come on, focus. Focus. So that was really cool. So those are for her. I picked those up for her. And I hope that you enjoyed all of this. It was a lot of stuff. And I apologize. But it was a long trip. And we got a lot of things. So, yeah. And spoiler alert, Andrew and I have our next trip for December for his birthday. So you will see both of us together again in the middle of December on the next Disney adventure. And so I hope that you like, subscribe, turn that little red button to gray so that way you see everything, and please hit the little notification button, because you're going to want to see the next part of the shenanigans and see what else we get into for Christmas, because we are so excited that we have this next trip planned already, and we're going to be there in about 43 days. So keep an eye out, because there's a couple other trips in the books between all of the Mouseketeers. Bye guys, see you next time.